Hey, what's good, everybody? So, man, I just wanted to come on here real quick, man, and let you know your boy's still blessed. I'm still out here doing my thing, and you know, a lot of good things are coming. My head has been down to the grindstone. Been doing a whole lot of work, bro. But I felt like, I'm catching wind, and people are going through some really hard times right now, especially with the inflation, prices jumping out the wazoo, and I see a lot of people out there doing some not so smart things. So I'm gonna give you a message. Yeah, I'm compelled to do this. I'm just a nice guy. I'm just an old big softy, bro. But anyways, anywho, I'm compelled to give you this message. This message is for predominantly people who are 35 and younger. If you're 35 and older, you can turn this off and get on with the rest of your day. I already know you know everything. You can't tell you nothing. You're set in your ways. So don't waste your time listening to the rest of this. And I don't like wasting my time talking to you about it. So again, if you're 35 or older, hey, good to see you. Your boy's good. Have a great day. Keep moving. 35 or younger, take this message, apply it, run with it. This is the key to your life. All right. This is what nobody will tell you. You go to school, you go to college, nobody will tell you this as the key to life. Learn the importance of working credit. Okay? Credit is not a bad thing. Credit is the key to success in this life, in this society, in capitalism. You live in a capitalistic country. This whole thing is based on credit. You learn how to work your credit, you can have anything you want in this world. Not that side hustle with the weed and all the stuff right here, or with the crack, with the cocaine, with all that stuff right there. That's definitely when my generation was coming up, my pre-generation, right before desegregation. To be honest with you, that's what we had to do to get by, man. We had to have side hustles because they wasn't letting us in. We didn't know nothing about nothing. And the only reason that I learned about this, I didn't learn it when I went to college and all the stuff right here. But the only reason I learned about it was because I couldn't get an apartment when I got out of college. When I graduated, I couldn't get an apartment. Somebody in my family had run up debt in my name in credit. This back in the day, you get a phone line in your kid's name, or you take out a credit card in your kid's name. And when you're a college student, they send you all these credit applications, and they just give you credit because they're banking that you're going to have a good job, and so they just send you credit applications. I didn't fill out any of that stuff, but some of that stuff ended up going to the house, where I wasn't. I was out of state, but anyway, credit was taken out in my name. So by the time I graduated, bro, I had judgments on my credit report. Not late fees, judgments, bro. So I couldn't get an apartment, and anywho, I found out the hard way how credit works. So with that being said, and it also turned out that back in that day, that's when companies, when you're out looking for a job, that's when companies began looking at credit reports to see if they wouldn't give you a job or not. That was crazy. This is crazy. But anywho, right before they started doing that and doing the background checks and all the stuff right here, I landed a job, and it happened to be at TRW, which is now Experian. Yeah, the big credit reporting agency. This was back when they were still on, Greenville Avenue in Dallas? Before they moved out to Allen, Texas and all the stuff right there. But the anywho is, the irony of, having a judgment on your credit report, not being able to get an apartment, and not being able to get your feet wet as you're getting off into life. Because by then, I think, I was married, and Junior was already here. Yeah. And I couldn't get an apartment. Who does that, man? Anywho, we ended up getting an apartment, but it was in my girl's name, right? Yeah, the same one that's right there, same one that's on these walls and all that stuff right here. Yeah, her. So I ended up working at TRW, and working at TRW, that's when you learn everything there is to know about the credit industry, because you got these people that are calling in ready to take your head off because they can't get an apartment, or they've been declined credit and all the stuff right here. So I learned the ins and outs about how credit worked by default, really, but definitely I took it and I understood how it works, because I'm sitting here in this office And I got people that are my age that are buying houses and getting cars and all this shit right here. And I'm like, whoa, I can't even get in an apartment. And I know good and damn well your family didn't leave you no damn inheritance, and also you don't come from no good family background, nigga. Fuck, you making more money than me. I got mad, bro. I had a bit of a temper back then. But it just didn't seem right. And then I find out that what they do is that their families taught them about how to use credit. Yeah, okay, fine, white people. They taught their generation, taught their people how to use credit and how to use life insurance and all the stuff right here. And of course, we didn't know nothing about nothing, right? All we know about was the side hustle, making money, getting in the strip clubs, making it rain, and driving big Cadillacs and all that shit right here. And you made it. And that's not the life game. That's the short game. That is not life's long game. So again, I'm giving this information to you. I'm not going to teach it to you. I'm not going to, tell you step-by-step instructions. I'm not going to tell you to take this class and all this stuff. No, that's on you. I'm telling you, learn how credit works. Because credit cards have saved me many a time. The building blocks. And how you build the block is once I started learning about, credit, and I know I couldn't get it in my name, I taught my girl. I showed her how to play this credit game. And her name was clean. Good to go. So that's when we started building. First started getting it, we got one credit card in both our names. Run debt up a little bit, keep paying. Matter of fact, we still got that same credit card. We've had this credit card for like 20 some odd years. 30? Yeah, about 30 years. We had the same credit card. It's one of the same credit cards. But that just shows you how it works, right? So you get a credit card. You start with a low balance and such and so. You do your day-to-day, but you keep paying on the credit card. Hell, go out and treat yourself something to eat. Go buy yourself something, clothes here and there, such and so. And you build. So I got a credit card. Once we got the credit card, we stopped going to car lots that are paying cash cars, and we started going to dealerships. We got our first car from a dealership because the dealerships report your credit, and so now we got a credit card, and now we have a car from a dealership that's being timely reported on your credit report. And once you get that car and you got a credit card, get another credit card and make timely payments on that. And basically, you build your, and that's how you go. By the time we was 30, I was what? Yeah, I was about 30, 2000. Yeah. We shot out to, we moved to Georgia. Following HGM, trying to get down there. We went down there, we bought a house. We went down there, my credit was still kind of bad and messed up, whatever. But it was getting there. But her credit was good. Because she followed, I taught her, she followed the direction. She's one of the greatest student I've ever had, as far as credit is concerned. And we got a house down there. Bought a couple of cars. Sold our cars, got a couple of cars. I started working at Enterprise, and slinging cars was my thing. And I had a gift for it. Hell, man, I sold an old lady who had broken legs. I had to make the sale, man. It's not my fault she broke her leg. This deal may not be here tomorrow by the time her leg heals. So you want this car now or not, lady? Your leg will heal. This deal won't be here when you heal. Do you want this car or not? Anyway, I was a hustler, man. So it is what it is. So not only do I learn about credit, but I also learn about financing. So I learned about car financing. I learned how finances work. And then I went from car financing to mortgage financing when we moved back to Dallas and all that stuff right here. And this is right when the time when the housing market crumbled and all that stuff right here. And this is when we'd already bought this house. So we already had cars. We had credit cards. We had one house that we bought when we was in Georgia. And that allowed us to buy this house when we moved back to Dallas. Right? By then, my credit's good and all that stuff right here. Matter of fact, by the time I started RKN, I had a $5,000 gold card in my wallet because I knew and understood how to work credit. I understand the time frames when something goes wrong with your credit. In 7 years, start again. You start from scratch. So I encourage all of you, if you're 35 or younger, you're just getting started. I promise you. And a lot of hard times don't have to be so hard for you if you understand how to work and learn credit. So I don't care what you're doing with your life right now. I don't care what super Fortune 500 company you're working with, or if you're a janitor at a school. Learn to work your credit. You learn how to work your credit, this world opens up to you, and every opportunity you want is yours. It's there. I'll show you some brief clippings about, what we've accumulated, and because I got to do it every year and send to the insurance company. So I'm going to show you some glimpses about how we make credit work for us in this household. You did? And this is the greatest gift I'm going to give you, or much less anyone can give you. Study, especially if you're a college student, study credit. Again, I had to study and have the experiences to go through it to understand how credit really works. But now you can just go on YouTube and get a full demonstration about how credit works and how to make it work to your benefit. So I implore you. This is how RKN got started. This is how I got these trucks. This is how I got the studio and all the stuff right here. Credit. I didn't start. I was out here making licks. No. That's the short game. That's the short game. I'm a family man. I think long term, and much less if I do dirt, bro. No. You don't tell people. People don't know about your dirt. You do dirt solo. That's why a lot of niggas get busted. Somebody comes to you and wants a dime bag or wants to move a key here and there to so and so. They get pinched. They gonna turn dime on you like it ain't shit. So that's no. When I put in work, I don't know what the fuck these niggas, they rapping and telling everybody and shit. That's just, I don't get it. I'm glad I didn't come from this generation. But anywho, there you go. That's your deal for the day. I want to get out here and just tell it to you real quick, so I'm gonna get out of here. I got shit I got to do. But I want to lay that on you. Give you that information. You're 35, younger. Your life is just starting. Work your credit. And if you're 35 or older and you're still listening to this, you already knew. You just didn't do it. Yeah, I know. You know everything. Okay. All right. That's it. Bye-bye. I'm out. Have a great day. And check out some of these clips from how we make credit work for us. All right. Stay blessed. Stay the best. And as always, walk as one. I'm out.